Bloody button. Ooh,
Bloody button.
baby. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Right.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of EWS or Bust with our good friend, Mr. Richard Payne. Before we get into this episode, quick couple of things to promote. First of all, we are doing another podcast meetup. And it'd be awesome if you guys could come and hang out. The next one is going to be on the 27th of July. We're going to meet in Sheffield at the Norfolk Arms pub, which is an iconic pub right in the heart of the Peak District. So go for a ride, like nothing too crazy, nice chilled ride around the Peak District, hit some of the local like cool spots. And then after that, we are hosting the premiere of the new Anthill film in Sheffield, again, in an iconic old cinema. It's like a picture house. So if anyone wants to come, just check out our Instagram or website. You can book a ticket for the film. It's just £8. The social ride in the morning is obviously free. We are also, before we get going, brought to you by hookitproducts.co.uk. And once again, head to the website. If there's anything you fancy, enter the discount code EWS or BUST, and that will knock you off either 5, 10 or 15% off your entire order. So even if you want, I don't know, Rich, what could they get, dude? Sunglasses.
They could get
something
goggles.
You really need. Goggles, if you really want. We've got the snow sports goggles on there.
What happens if you need to stop really well?
Yeah, get some brake pads.
Or discs.
We got chain rings. We've got a new product landing end of this coming week, depending on when you're listening to this. It is now the 15th of July. So hopefully by Friday, we'll have a brand new product on there ready to rip. Gloves, we got all sorts of stuff, guys. Take a look. EWSorBUST promo code will get you 15%, 10% or 5% off your entire order. We are also brought to you by Remap Clothing, the one-stop shop if you want to look, feel, ride like a pro. We can't promise the last one, but there you go.
Neither can I.
And there's a promo code on there too, right?
There is, yeah. Just when you're on the website, shopping for all your super stylish goodies, when you get through to the checkout, just put in EWSorBUST, all lowercase, into the promo code little section, and that'll give you a nice little 10% extra off.
Boom. And how important is it that people support you? Because this stuff really does help you go racing. And it's nice gear, it's quality stuff. You know, you can wear it down the pub. People are going to go, oh, that's that guy. That podcast guy, yeah, he's fast, but he crashes like crazy all the time. Anyway, EWS or Bust, we'll get you 10% off, remapclothing.com, and let's drop in with a little bit of Zeb. Get into this episode.
Do it.
Let me tell you a story. Let bygones be bygones. The river life won't flow. There's plenty more fish and the swan has so home.
Awkward silence.
You to talk.
What's up, bro?
I thought you were going to talk then. Was I supposed to talk?
Nah, I just thought I'd leave you hanging for a little bit.
Oh, man.
What's up? We good?
We're super duper. Thanks,
Dude.
mate. Yeah, I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm really good. Like obviously we've just had a bit of a chat and a catch up before we started recording because we genuinely haven't spoken for a little while, have we? So we usually keep in pretty close contact.
Yeah, we do. But life, busyness, work,
yeah,
all the usual shenanigans, just getting in the way a little bit, haven't they?
It has been actually, man. Yeah, it has been. It's been a crazy few weeks again on my part. So apologies to you and for the listeners for not doing this a little bit sooner, but. Yeah, I mean, ideally we should have done this last week, but I was away at a trade show. You were catching up on work stuff and the life of the part-time semi-pro. We just had to put it off for a little bit.
That's it. Well, it's prime time summer now, isn't it? So like my stonemasonry business that I also have is full on. Remap goes crazy in the summer all the time, and just riding, life, doing everything, just all stacks up a bit, doesn't it? So yeah, we have been a bit slack keeping in touch, but it's good to see your smiley northern face.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Like I say, I'm tired. I feel like really run down, but you know, I'm good. Fired up, man. Looking forward to a good catch up with you, dude. It's been a while. Like, I'm genuinely excited to see you and to chat and see what's been going on with you. So
I know, you know, like for all the listeners out there who do listen to EWS or Bust, you know, the last episode was Madeira now, wasn't it? Which was end of May,
yeah, because we organised that group ride. The first one was in Bristol. It was like a bit of a podcast meetup, and you were going to come.
Come on.
No, mate, I'm not holding it against you. At the end of the day, someone stole all your shit. So,
yeah, they did.
You know, which obviously we're gonna talk about. But yeah, that was the last time that I think we properly chatted as well. Was around then. So
a good in-depth chat. Good in-depth chat for sure. Yeah.
So
yeah, quite a lot. I mean, it's only been 6 weeks really, which ain't forever, but just when so much happens in that short amount of time, innit, that it just makes things seem like a long time ago. It flies by, doesn't it?
I feel like my left arm's been missing for 6 weeks, mate.
Have you been having to use your right arm?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Or other people's arms. Oh dear.
Well,
but yeah, it's good. It's good to be doing this, man. Catching up. We're gonna do a little bit different tonight, but I keep throwing a few listener questions in, and more just catch up about life and what's been going on in general, really, than breaking down races, which we can do that as well if you want to. That's no issue at all. But you know, we can do that because it looks like
we're normally like so super structured.
I know we are, aren't we? I made some notes and it's like four. Hang on, how many words? 4 lines. Made up about 20 words on one page. Like this is the show structure.
That's the prep work gone into 6 weeks worth of like not speaking. The first line says, "Remember to say hello. Remember the intro."
I came up with some show names actually at the top already.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Nothing like what to talk about or anything. It's just like
what can we call it? What's the funniest thing we can call this episode? So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Oh God. Also open to listener questions or listener suggestions on that one.
Yes, for sure. I don't know. So
where should we start?
Start at the end. Start at the beginning, dude. Let's start at the beginning. Let me just get a quick olive, and then
Okay.
All right, let's grip and rip it.
Colour.
Huh?
Colour.
Green, mate. Stuffed with
Pimento.
Yeah, pimento. What's pimento?
Isn't it the little red bits you see in them?
Yeah, no, but what is it?
Oh, I don't know.
No, it
It's
could
the
be
red bits.
could be bloody anything.
Really could. No, I don't know.
I don't think I've ever had pimento in anything else other than an olive, unless I'm drastically mistaken and it's like, I don't know, just a regular pepper. They just call it a
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Sounds
I
like
have no
pepper.
idea. I've no idea what it is. Do you want to Google it? Find out what a pimento is? Pimento.
I feel like we could... Are you on it? Are you already? Are you...
Yeah, I'm already on it. I've got it saved, mate, on my homepage. I always look at this shit.
I feel like we've taken a terrible bloomin' turn
No,
already.
It's, all right. It's like a cherry pepper.
Oh, okay.
There you go. I wasn't far off.
No.
I thought it was a bell pepper, so there you go. Personally, I like an olive stuffed with a chili. That's my... That's,
Far too hot.
Really?
When they stuff it full of, like, is it feta or something?
Oh, yeah.
Those are good. We are way off topic already.
Oh, baby. Bring it back.
2
Bring it
minutes
back.
in.
Bring it back. Bring it back. Okay, so let's pick up where we left off, basically. So the last round was Madeira,
Yeah, last EWS I did was Madeira.
which was a legit EWS.
Legit, all out, EWS.
Oh,
Did
you
good.
did all right, yeah, because we came out of that one full of confidence.
Yeah, 83rd.
83rd, yeah.
I was pleased with that.
Jeez, yeah, of course. So you were pumping, like bike was set up good. Everything was, everything was set up good. Yeah, we're a little bit of momentum going, I feel like.
Yeah, because we did good at the races before as well. I mean, I have to cast my mind back a bit there, but we did like We raced Afan National. Did good there.
Yes.
Start of the season. We went to Spain, Espanyol.
Yep.
We crushed it there and had a good result there as well. So yeah, I was just feeling like on a pretty good run. Like done some good traveling, done some good racing.
Okay. So tell me then. So you came back from Madeira. You had a super short stop off at home in Jersey.
Yeah. So I flew back from Madeira on the Wednesday, and then I had a boat booked for Thursday straight to the UK to go up to round 2 of the EWS European Continental Series up in Scotland at Innes, I believe it was. If I remember. Yeah,
that's
it was
right. Yeah, EWS
so it was pretty
CS,
literally
whatever it's
got
called.
Got unpacked like flight stuff, and then repacked like the camper to go up in the camper.
Hectic, but all
Mental.
Kind of easy as well because you've got everything. Like this is everything I need to take. Switch it out of bags into a van and off you pop, sort of thing.
Pretty much. Like I just sort of unpacked the bike and then like checked it over as I rebuilt it to then put in the van. And I mean I was virtually packed anyway. And because we were in Madeira for like a few days after the race, everything was washed, so it was all good. And all
nice.
Nice. So yeah, that was returned straight up to Scotland, which I headed up there on my own.
Dude, I just remembered. You did that epic drive as well from one end of the country almost to the other.
I did, in one day.
Jesus. So you go from... Go on.
Yeah, so what happened? So I had an afternoon boat booked on the Thursday. So I should have left, I think, like 12 or 1 o'clock on Thursday, and it's a 4.5 hour boat. And then I was going to like do some driving on the Thursday evening and the rest just Friday like morning and stuff like that. Turns out Condor, who are the world's worst boat like ferry operator from Jersey, I didn't even realise, but my boat had been cancelled.
So when did you find out? When you got there?
I found out like Wednesday evening, like Wednesday afternoon evening-ish. So I was like, phoned him up raging, was like, I haven't even been told. I just double checked my booking and like the latest email that came through and was like, the times are wrong. Well, you've misprinted the times. Oh no, sorry sir, the boat's been cancelled. You're on this one now. I was like, thank you for telling me. That's incredibly unhelpful. So I was like raging at them down the phone. I was like, well, look, you need to. So it'd been changed. Sorry, okay, it had been changed to the overnight boat on Thursday. So leaving it 9 or something, a slow boat all the way through the night till 6:30 the following morning, Friday morning.
Right. To the same spot though, where you would have landed anyway.
To the same spot, but like just losing a lot of time. So I was raging. So I was like, "Well, you need to give me a cabin." Sorry, sir, we're all out of cabins. All right. Well, look, I need a first class seat. We're all out of it. Okay, I want a reclining seat. We got no. So basically, if you haven't got anything pre-booked like that, you're left in the cafe on the floor.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like,
"That's brutal." What are they called? Condor.
Condor ferries, yeah, they're just nobody likes them in Jersey. Unfortunately, they're terrible. If you're listening, sort your shit out.
I heard they're big fans.
Yeah, yeah. From all the positive reviews I give them.
Yeah. Have you not noticed the red carpet when you roll up at the terminal? It's going to be black now.
Yeah, it is. So anyway, like
full of pins.
I'm stuck on this overnight boat. And I'm like, great, I've got the entire drive to do on Friday up to Innes from Poole. Literally, like you said, one end of the country too. And I've got no proper place to sleep or anything. So I'm like, sod it, man, I'm sleeping in Bertha.
Nice.
So,
is that a bit like naughty? You're not allowed to do it?
No, you're not allowed to do it.
Yeah. We've done that. I did that when I had the camper van company quite a lot. So you get on a ferry and just stay down there, not even go up. And it's a bit weird, but... You just got to do it sometimes, right? You just got to get in there and send it.
That's it, exactly. But we go from Jersey and then it stops at Guernsey and picks more people up at like 10:30, 11ish, and then on to the UK.
Right.
So I was like, well, I'll chill upstairs in the cafe and have a bit of dinner and stuff. And then when it gets to Guernsey and it's all a bit of like the confusion where people are getting on and off, I'll just shimmy on down, jump in the camper, job done. So that's what I did, and I got a solid night's sleep in.
Awesome.
Otherwise, I just don't like. I know it's they wouldn't have, they don't think about these kind of things, but you can't expect anyone to like sleep on a cafe floor overnight on a boat and then drive 9 hours the next day, then race and practice the following day. Yeah. I would have just been ruined if I didn't sleep properly. So yeah, I slept in Bertha, and yeah, bit naughty, but I was like, you forced my hand, Condor.
100%. There'd be a lot of people though that don't have that luxury, that are on there with a car that.
Oh, they were
stuck.
like elderly people just on a seat with a blanket.
Exactly. It's horrible.
Yeah, because obviously this overnight boat was already on, so it had extra people from the day boat that was cancelled, so it was just packed.
Yeah.
It's like, no chance, I'm not doing this, no way.
No. Fair one. Nice one, dude. So you got to Poole, headed all the way up. Long drive. What is it, 8 hours, 9 hours?
About 9 hours in Bertha.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
And it's boring too, because it's all like the main M1, isn't it? All the way up, pretty much. Then it breaks off, goes through the Lake District, which is a bit nicer, but that is a long haul, man.
Yeah, at least it's picturesque.
Yeah, parts
when you
of
get
it.
Up north.
Parts of it, yeah. Especially up north. Say that again. I'm going to make that into a little bit of a soundbite.
It's gone crackly.
He said, to reiterate,
it's
really picturesque, especially up north. Yes,
but
dude.
not. Where do you live?
I'm not telling you now. It's north.
North. No. It was. It's a lot nicer driving up north, because it's suddenly like, once you do get past sort of, I can't think of my geography. Is it like Manchesterish way? Once you get past that sort of way, it does go quieter and a bit more picturesque and nicer. So,
yeah, it does. It does. Funny.
But yeah, Scotland EWS Continental Round 2. That was a good race.
Yeah,
we did all right there. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I got a solid 20th in Elite, which I was quite pleased with. Just all things considered, being quite tired and it all catching up on me a bit. So yeah, 20th in Elite.
And that was a one-day race again, so practice Friday. Yeah, no, practice Saturday, race Sunday.
That's it, yeah, mate. Yeah.
Well, obviously, everyone up there, like Scotland, it's stacked full of local pinners as well, so you'll get a lot of those. And there wasn't, was there not much else on that weekend? I can't remember either.
I don't think so, no.
So you get a lot of...
The basic, I think the entire, like, say, top 10, top 12, 13 almost were all Scottish, virtually. Like, Reece Wilson, obviously World Cup racer, won it. And, you had, like, Cathro and Joe Barnes and all those boys. So you had some fast guys there.
Stacked. Yeah, so 20th. Pretty stoked with that.
Yeah, all right. All right. So that was good. It was typical Scottish weather, but I didn't mind it.
Is that good or bad?
Bad, isn't it? It's always raining.
Well, yeah, it is pretty much.
It is always raining.
Yeah, there's a lot of rain up there. What was it, raining for both days, practice and race, or was it just on and off?
On and off. It just on and off drizzled.
Does it help when you're away in Bertha? Have you got like more spare tyres and just
I just packed loads in there, so I took everything.
You took a spare bike too, thankfully.
I did, yeah. Well, not to sort of, not to race, but yeah.
No. Okay.
So that was cool. Yeah, I enjoyed that. And then obviously, like, we'll get down to our big talking point. So after that, I decided to sort of, I was staying over for the week in the UK and then racing the British National down in Minehead the following weekend. So after Scotland, I did sort of the reverse of my plan. Drove a bit Sunday night. Got down, I don't know, is it Crewe?
Don't know. Yeah, I mean, there is a place called Crewe, but I couldn't tell you where it is in the UK. I mean, my job is to drive around the UK, but I couldn't tell you where Crewe is.
Just go wherever.
I think if you're down in Crewe, I think you've gone too far. Weren't you heading to Somerset?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I might be totally wrong. Should we Google it just so we got like our facts straight?
I do. Yeah,
all right,
go on.
let's do it. They're amazing, these Google machines, aren't they?
I know.
Some of the stuff you can find. I've still got Pimento open.
I've got Crewe clothing.
Have you really?
Other clothing brands are available.
Yeah, TK Maxx, right?
Remap clothing.
So Crewe, and then you were going to where? Somerset?
Yeah, down to Somerset, down to the...
Oh, yeah, you're right, actually. So Crewe, this is funny. Crewe is probably about...
It's really near you.
Probably about...
You're an idiot. Oh, my God.
40 minutes from my house. I've never heard of it.
Unbelievable.
What were you doing over there, though? Hang on. Okay, yeah, you've come down the M6, M56. Now that makes sense. Then you go.
Yeah?
Yeah. Crew's right. Yeah, you were
Are you
about.
sure you drive in the UK for a job?
Mate, I've never heard of Crewe. If I'm honest, I thought it was down south. But it's in between here and North Wales, basically. So
Yeah, I got that far.
you learn something new every day.
God. Oh, no, I didn't get that far at all. I think I got to Carlisle.
Oh right.
I knew it began with C.
Yes, because Crewe's that would be a decent trek on a Sunday evening. Anyway, you went somewhere and it began with C, much like yourself.
I got
begins
to
with
Carlisle,
C.
100%.
Okay.
Oh, my dear. Yeah, and then I did the rest Monday morning, basically. That's the...
Right. Okay.
Got there. Yeah, so I did the rest Monday morning.
Okay. All right.
Got back down to the Shire, and then went for a ride in the afternoon.
Yeah. So
I
why
didn't
the
go home
Shire? So
straight
is this is where your parents are based too? Is it?
It is. Yeah. Well, all my family are in sort of Somerset, Glastonbury way.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Excellent.
that's where I'm from, originally.
Mm.
So did then the rest of the drive Monday. I got up pretty early Monday morning because I felt well rested, and just chipped on the whole way down.
Cool.
Didn't go home straight away because I thought if I go home I'll never sort of get back out again. So I stopped at the local for a shred.
Right.
Like Monday midday-ish. It was cool. The sun was out.
Where's
clear.
that?
You could, it's the Mendips.
Oh right. Yeah.
Big up the Mendips crew.
So like the Bristol, so almost like where Badass Bikes is based, where Box's shop is. Yeah.
Exactly there. Yeah.
Excellent.
Exactly.
That's cool. Nice.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Like, because it was a Monday afternoon, it was like no one was around. It was clear and sunny. You could just wear a beater, see across to Wales and all sorts. So it was really nice.
Stunning.
Yeah. And then, like I said, just went for a ride.
Yeah.
And then went home. That was lovely.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So that was just to clarify, that was the Tuesday.
Monday. Straight after the race, yeah.
Got you. All right. Okay.
So. Excuse me. And then, obviously from here on, it takes a bit of a turn for the worse. So I get home Monday late afternoon. I'm staying at my grandparents whilst I'm down because they got the room and stuff, room to put me up and that. I sort of Monday afternoon catching up with me nan and stuff and just cleaning the bike and catching up with everything Scottish and mass clean down basically.
Right.
Like out in the garden with the bike, cleaning it most of the afternoon and just pottering around and stuff like that. And go to bed that night and then wake up or get woken up. I do Tuesday morning by my nan. Unfortunately in tears because some little bastard stole my bike that night.
I mean, so many questions.
Yeah, I know.
So so many questions, dude.
Break it down.
We've genuinely not even really spoken about this, and
no.
I can feel myself getting a bit. I hate this sort of shit. Oh, I really bloody
deep breaths,
do.
Mate, deep breaths, because I'm over it now. It's happened. But...
I know, and you've got to be. But let's break it down. So, where did they break into?
Okay, so it was locked in the garden shed, and what they did was just rip the door off the shed, hinges just straight off, and went in it.
Right. And where have you got any inkling of where these people, saw you?
Well,
do you have anything?
A word, I'm sure many people know this already, but the only way, like my nan has, bless her, never been broken into, doesn't unfortunately have much worth nicking in especially in the garden sheds. So there is no reason anyone would have ever has done or anything gone in there.
Yeah.
So I can only assume, and it is a bit of a shady parking area where I was parked, riding up on the Mendips after I was packing my bike up and stuff. There's a bit of a shady looking guy in a van. So I packed the bike, but I drove an obscure way home because it's known as a bit of a smash and grab kind of spot. So I just drove the long way home. Because it's a lay-by in the middle of nowhere, people go off walking and leave their cars. So
right,
I drove an obscure way home, wasn't followed, but someone must have just seen or followed or done something. Because that was literally all that was taken.
Really,
and they just knew where to look. Yeah, the camper, which had my cross-country bike in the back, wasn't tampered with at all.
Right, so
they just went straight for the shed somehow.
It's just, oh god, I hate this shit. Honestly, I really, really do, because it gives you that that feeling that you just can't have anything. And anyone who has done, mountain biking or any sport with any sort of value, whether it's, anything, basically, fucking javelin, whatever.
Or just something that's like personal to you and stuff, isn't it? Because this bike was very personal, not just to me actually, but also to the guys at Deviate, Chris and Ben at Deviate, because it was a project that they put together. It's a custom sprayed, bright red and white Deviate guide with a gearbox. It's one of the most unique bikes out there.
Yeah.
Like, there aren't obviously a million guides knocking around anyway, let alone a bright red one.
So it's so unique. And has there been anything since of, I mean, that's the thing that really, really grinds my gears, is that these things happen, and obviously especially recently, there's a hell of a lot of break-ins.
Yeah, there are. I didn't realise in the UK.
Exponential amounts of break-ins. In fact, I had a little Google just before. Do you know how many bikes are stolen in the UK each year?
Oh, I would say, now that I've sort of had my eyes open, 20,000?
376,000 bikes are stolen each year, which basically equates to one bike every 90 seconds.
Where do they go?
Dude, where do they go? And I'm speechless, because the super rare stuff, I mean, like my buddy, where's Gwyn's bike? It is somewhere. Somebody knows where that bike is. It can't be ridden because it's too hot. It's like your bike, the Deviate, They'll
just be trashed. I hate to say it, but I think what few parts will have been stripped possibly, and it'll just be trashed. But landfill.
So why are they stealing them? Because
it's easy money, I guess.
Yeah, but who are they selling them to? Because no one can ride it. Well, they probably.
Well, that's what I mean. They just strip the parts off and just dump the frame.
Yeah.
On like the rare stuff, I reckon.
It really, really, really makes you wonder, because all these bikes getting stolen, and it's really rare that there's a comeback that someone goes, oh yeah. In fact, I actually did find that. I saw my buddy's shop got broken into. I think it was last weekend. Afan Valley Bike Shed. Yeah. Another 45 grand's worth of bikes gone missing, and I think. Even when yours got done, there was a few more bike shops and stuff that, was the Unit Cycles right down south got done.
Yeah.
The same weekend. And
Windhill Bike Park.
That's right, Windhill Bike Park. Not a million miles away from there, really.
Half an hour.
Yeah, exactly. So they got done as well. And it just makes you really, really mad that this is happening. And when you look at the numbers, 376,000 bikes stolen. And people... I mean, what do you do? So that's the thing. Like, so I'd love to hear from people actually that are listening. Like, what do you do to keep your bike secure? And we were chatting about this before, actually, Rich, because I've got this bike right now on loan from Marin.
Yes.
And when I got it, I was instantly quite nervous about even having it in my van. And I'm really lucky. I've got a brand new van. It's probably got a really good immobilizer. It's got good locks on it and stuff. The alarm's going to go off. It's parked bang outside my house. If anything did happen, obviously the bike doesn't stay in there. But, even when you just park in a town centre, you're going for a ride, you stop off after.
Yeah.
It's that annoying thing that it's always in the back of your mind of someone wants to nick this. I'm lucky enough to have this beautiful thing, to have this thing, whether it's yours, whether you've paid for it, whether it's borrowed. I'm lucky enough to have this thing that's worth X amount of money. It could be worth £500. It could be worth, £5,500. It doesn't matter.
I think
it's
the
all
value
relative.
is almost irrelevant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all relative to you and how personal that thing is to you. And it really fucks me off, man, that it's still happening, that there's not even much you can really do about it other than just take a bit of a punt and just hope that it doesn't go.
I have a friend who lives in London, and the only way he could get insurance on his bikes, they can't be left in any kind of outbuilding. They have to be kept indoors with like a deadbolt type thing, one of those like deadbolt loop type things screwed to the floor and like a certain graded lock, and all this sort of crazy secure stuff.
And still, like, there's always been this thing with being around sports like mountain biking and motocross. There's always this sort of acceptance that if they want it, they're gonna get it anyway. I've heard a million stories of people having garage roofs ripped off, cars broken into and moved, and
just walls smashed through.
Anything to get that thing that you've worked so frigging hard to own, and it's almost like taking a piece of you. It's taking a piece of you away, because that is, you've worked so hard for it, and it's your release at the weekend. You go out with your mates, you go for a bike ride, and it's just it's sad. It really is sad that people do that, and then it's almost adding insult to injury when you never hear of, oh, where did it go? Do you know what I mean? Like,
a lot of people say they reckon it just goes to Bloomin' big container and off to Eastern Europe.
Yeah, definitely. But again, right, and you're in like a really cool, social media is amazing. People share the shit out of it, blah blah blah, right? And I saw how many shares you got, and it's amazing.
Oh, nearly 1,000.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It went kind of across the world.
Yeah, and it probably went to let's say 1 million people, just for example.
Yeah,
it's probably not that many, but But then you've also got the bonus of having a podcast where everybody knows about that red bike, and you've had Pink Bike reviews, and how many people scroll through that thing on Pink Bike and see that bike, and still nobody sees it.
That's what I mean. The super rare stuff, the stuff that really does stand out, not your generic. And I don't mean this in a mean way, like
but you can accept that almost, because you wouldn't notice it on the trail, would you? You go, oh look, another. Another nuke proof, another specialized. You just go, oh, another one. But that bike is so unique so unique that you just expected. And I remember when we first spoke about it, when it happened, I was like, look, dude, like someone is going to find that bike. This goes out to tens and 50,000 people. Someone is going to see that bike, and nothing. And God, I don't know.
What can you do? Like
I had a bike stolen quite a long time ago, and that is, I think I'm one of the only cases I know of where it's been found, and it's got stolen out of a shed in the garden. It was only, it was a dirt jump bike. I loved it. It was a dirt jump bike though, and a friend of mine about probably 5 months later just called me out of the blue, and hardly ever speak to this kid. That bike you had, Nick? I was like, yeah. He's like, was it blue with white forks? I was like, yeah. He goes, I thought so. I've just hit a kid and I've got it back for you. I was like,
I mean, that's
no
like
way.
Pure just chance.
It's total chance, yeah, because 90% of people wouldn't know.
Luck, chance, call it whatever, but
it really, really annoys me, and I'd love to hear from people about what they do. How do you keep your shit safe? Because you're always watching your back, and it really is a horrible thing, because it puts people off getting into sports as well. You for me, like, I've done it. I bought this house I live in now, and it doesn't have a garage. So for ages, I was like, well, I'm not getting a bike. Even though I work in the bike industry, I was like, well, there's no point in having one because I can't put it anywhere. I can store it up at my parents' house, which is like a 20-minute drive away. It's, big, nice house. But, it just adds that little bit of a thing where you don't want to drive that, that far, and also putting the emphasis on them that if it gets stolen, they're breaking into their house, adding to their insurance. And it's sad that it puts people off, I think. Because I'd second guess it. If I was buying a bike, I'd be like, yeah, but where am I going to put it? How secure is it going to be?
Yeah. Do you know what? The problem is we're slightly naive over here in Jersey as well, because stuff like that just doesn't happen.
Dude, for sure.
So,
and to be fair, I've almost led a lot of my life like that, living out in the countryside.
Yeah.
Where you never think, oh yeah, I've locked the garage, but you don't think I've had double bolted it, triple bolted it, is all the all the good shit off it.
Yeah.
And again, then I lived in the States for a while where, you just go out. You wouldn't even think about locking the garage.
Yeah.
You just leave it open with all the stuff on show, and people just don't steal things. But here, it's like the fucking Wild West. It's like Grand Theft Auto. You can't leave anything untouched, unlocked down, because someone's going to pinch it off you. And it's really sad, man. It like I say, it really, really annoys me, especially being in the industry. And I know I'm ranting, but seeing so many shops getting broken into, and how much of an effect it has on the bike industry, that people are going to be reluctant to open a bike shop because people want to break into the fucking thing every day and steal everything off you.
I don't know if is it easy money or what. I don't really know.
What, owning a bike shop?
No, but like selling. No, God no.
No.
I mean, like.
No, selling stuff. That's what I mean. Like, where it'd be great if there was a bit of a trail where you could go, okay, that DV8's been stolen, and you found the kid who ended up buying it for $4,000. You go, fair enough. Like, not fair enough, but I can see why they stole it. Does that make sense? But when it just disappears, and you go, well, where even is it? Like, have they just ridden it around the streets for a bit and just dumped it. Yeah, I don't know. I remember a friend of mine when I was a speedway mechanic for a while for the world champion, actually, Ty, and someone stole some, not off him, off a teammate. Someone broke into the garage and stole some speedway bikes off him. Now, speedway bikes are pretty much 100% useless unless you know either how to ride one, because it's got no brakes.
Yeah.
You can't.
It only turns one way.
Yeah, it only turns one way pretty much. You have to run it on methanol, which you have to buy from a special shop. But still, nobody ever found these bikes. You know, there was like 5 went missing at once. Like, what? Nobody. You can't do anything with it. You'd look at it and go, "How do I even start it?" Oh, you start it because you have to run along. You have to run with it and bump start it. So you wouldn't like. It's just it's unfathomable what's going on and where these things are going. And like I say, I really did genuinely expect this your bike, especially, to have been found. Like I really, really did think it would have. Yeah. And hopefully, you know, touch wood, it still might.
Well, here we go then. Should anyone out there happen to see on the trails a bright red DV8 guide with white like stripes on the top tube, it's got a gearbox on it, red decals, carbon rims with red decals, get in touch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a while, but you never know.
You never know, dude. It could crop up. Like I say, it really could still. You got to hold out hope. But anyway.
Yeah.
Bike theft. Please reach out. Let us know what you're doing to keep your bike safe. Most importantly, the guys from DV8 were amazing and they stepped in and hooked you up.
Massively, yeah. Like, so that happened, like I said, after the Conti race in Scotland on the Monday night, Tuesday morning. And I had a race, obviously, 3-4 days later down at Minehead for the next national. I was like, well, I don't really have a bike, obviously, now. So I had my XC bike with me, but you can't race on that. So, they managed to build me up. Well, like, I mean, even more amazing, actually. So Chris was on holiday all that week, which was just terrible timing. He gets back, like, late Friday, builds me a bike up amazingly over Friday night and into Saturday morning, drives it down Saturday morning for practice.
Really?
That's unbelievable.
Shout out Chris, dude. Respect. That's awesome. I knew, like, again, we spoke and you were like, look, I'm kind of fucked because I don't have a bike. Chris is away. I can't remember the other guy's name. Yeah, he was away as well, right?
But he's up in Scotland.
He was in Scotland.
They're based in Bristol, so they're so close as well. But unfortunately, he just wasn't there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets back from holiday with the family Friday night. His poor wife just then gets left with the kids as he builds a bike up for me, and then he drives it down and comes ride with us in practice Saturday morning at Minehead.
Wow! And out of interest, what happens with the red bike? Is it insured like through them or?
That's something they're sorting out. Okay. I think
it will be insured, but I was just curious because I know it's a sponsorship
it's been
thing,
obviously
but still.
filed with the police and stuff.
Excellent, cool.
Yeah, so crazy, like amazing of them, like unbelievable. Like, I would never have expected anyone to do that for me. It made really grateful.
Yeah, no man, no doubt. Like insane. Like respect to those guys. Big shout out for keeping the dream alive. But you missed the social ride, which was good fun at Pedal Progression. Can't remember what the trails are called, but we had
Ashton Court, wasn't it?
Ashton Court, yeah, had a bit of a meet up there, man. It was cool, really cool.
No, I wanted to come, but I had my XC bike. I thought I could just come cruise anyway, but I was just, just stressed, and I was just
it's cool. It's cool.
Not feeling it.
No, it's cool. Crazy, man. Crazy times.
Yeah.
Your poor Nan. Your Nan all right? Because that can shake people up a little bit too.
Yeah, she was just really angry, actually. So it's interesting how it affects. Like everyone was really angry. Like, just why would you do that? And just grr. But do you know what? Actually, sorry, interesting fact. So they broke into the shed, ripped the hinges off. The door was still hanging by the padlock. But they did take a couple other things. And now, basically, they just took a thief's toolkit because they took some zip ties, a sledgehammer, some gloves, and a couple other tiny little bits. Oh, the rest of my muck-off bottle.
Basically,
they took the gear needed to break into something else, basically.
Really?
Well, a sledgehammer, zip ties, and a pair of gloves.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Like
and a drill.
Like a Somerset game of Cluedo.
Yeah, they took like a 30 quid B&Q drill.
It's so sad. Honestly, I feel sorry for you, your nan. Just
everyone has been amazing.
It just sucks. It just totally sucks. You know, it really does. It puts a bit of a downer on things. Because like I say, you just always have to think about it, and it's really sad. And it's, you know, I know it's the industry we're in, it's the world we're in, that, you know, you buy these things and people who might not necessarily be able to afford them want to just steal it off you, and it sucks. It really sucks.
But you know what? So like this, you know, off to Nan's this weekend,
right?
But now we'll just bloom and basically put the bikes in the house.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Won't leave anything.
Yeah. Won't
leave anything out. Just lock it in the house.
Lock it in the house.
I'll padlock it. I'll like lock it in the house and stuff. So
yeah.
But like so,
sleep next to it.
Yeah, but obviously, so Chris did that, which was amazing, and you know, then he rode with us. It's cool because, you know, it's you know, the guys that sponsor you, it's cool to hang out with them as well and just you know, chill. So he actually rode with all of us. Loads of the Jersey boys came over. There's about 11 of us. Like tons of Jersey boys came over for the Minehead race. So it was
Is that a film? Why is that? The Jersey Boys. What's the Jersey Boys?
It's a musical, I think.
It's a musical. There you go. So all your musical buddies came over, did they?
Yeah, we would be riding down and we'd break into song and stuff, and then do a dance at the finish. And...
The Jersey Boys. That could be our episode title, man. That could be our episode title. The Jersey Boys.
No, we haven't even got onto. We're I don't know how far in we are. We haven't even got onto EWS yet, have we?
Nah. What's that? Oh yeah. Okay.
That's a whole other episode.
That could be another podcast, maybe. All right. Where were we? So the bike's gone.
Minehead went all right, but like...
Yeah, but obviously your head's not in it. You're on a fresh bike as well.
Yeah, do you know, like... although the bike is kind of exactly the same frame, so the same size, if you like, as the Red Peril, the black one, the one I have now... It's completely different suspension. It's different brakes, different tires to what I had. You know, like the parts are basically all different.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I got a 14th out of 160 odds. It's not terrible.
No, not all, mate. Top 10% that by my calculations.
Yeah. Quick math, nice. But just not where I should have or wanted to be. But I didn't beat myself up about it. You know, all things considering, I was like, you know, like that's still a good result. I'm still pleased. You know,
these things are here to test you, man. They're here to test you, your relationship with your sponsors, everything. You know, it's the only way I think you can look at it into it is try and take some positives out of it. That you know, you're lucky to. It's only a bike. At the end of the day, no one's dead. It's it's true though, right? Like as annoying as it is, you know, there's a lot worse things going on in the world than, you know, to be worrying about it. So yeah. Although, I'm riled up a little bit. Like,
do you need to go and have a good brew or something?
Oh no, I just ate that olive like I was crushing some thief's head.
You just crunch through the stone and everything.
Yeah, I just ate the stone out of an olive. He was so angry he ate a stone out of an olive.
That's pure rage right there.
Oh dear. Brilliant. Okay, so what went on after Minehead? You go home, boom. What happens? Then what?
Just back. Like obviously, it's just back. Obviously back. You know, back home. Amy's here. We just sort of have it. You know, it's good. I'd been riding away a lot, so it was, you know, good to see her and come back, catch up, and you know, work's really crazy. Like I said, on all sides of things. So I'd been away almost from the middle of April to the end of May, virtually.
Right.
So that's a big, with only like days in between where I just do manic work and then go away again. So it's cool to kind of get back and sort of get back in a bit of a routine, do work, you know, life stuff and all that kind of gubbins because, you know, things have been a bit hectic. So it was good just to sort of get some normality. Okay. And like I said, routine back before again, obviously, I I missed a couple races. I missed. What did I miss?
You
wrote it
missed
down, actually.
the Black Hole Enduro, which was the Slovenia/Austria EWS Conti series, right?
Round 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was round 3. So you missed that one, and that's just because there's a few things going on, like
Just
personal life and,
Yeah.
and whatever, and work and stuff.
Exactly.
And I think again, it's cool because that's sort of the essence of this whole series. Is you're a working man. And sometimes life and relationships or money just gets in the way, and that's
gets in the way is probably the. I know what you mean, but not the right, but just you got to put your priorities.
Terrible way of wording that.
Yeah,
so sorry.
You got to prioritize certain things, didn't you?
You have, man. Yeah, you have.
Like you can't just go away all the time. You gotta do life.
Mm.
Like you said, we were chatting before. I think we started recording. Like, if you were a full factory Jackson on a contract and stuff, and you had like life things come up, would the sponsor be like, no, you've got a race, or would you say, no, I need to be at home or whatever?
Yeah, that'd be interesting. And like we said, I am going to make sure that that question gets pitched probably to, the next couple of guests, and just be like, look, what's the deal, man? If you're paid basically to ride your bike and do these events, and if something crops up, what happens? If it's not a physical injury, maybe it's a mental injury. It could be it could be a relationship problem or a death in your family, or what happens? Like, do you have to be there?
I think, wasn't it? I think Blenky, like Sam Blenkinsop, he's recently had a daughter, I think, wasn't it?
That's right.
And I'm sure he had like a race and then like flew home instantly after it or something.
I'm
and
pretty
was there,
sure he did.
Just in time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did, mate. You're right.
Yeah, and and Robin Woolner as well, one of the enduro guys for I can't remember what team, but I'm sure his wife was preggers, and he was like mid racing, and like for 2 days in between two races, he like flew back for the birth or something, and then flew back again.
So there you go. That could be the answer, really. That that
like you need that from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. I'm going to make sure that I get it, mate, as well. To be honest, that is super interesting, and it's something that I've been thinking about a little bit more, especially with you and what's been going on with you. That, life happens to us all, and riding the bike isn't the be all and end all for you. Whereas for some people, it is literally putting money on. Sorry, not putting. It's putting bread on the table. It's for a lot of people, interesting.
That's why we missed like the Black Hole Enduro, and then again, work has been very busy.
Yeah. And there was no. Sorry, just to clarify too, going back a little bit here, but there was no footage either from Madeira because you accidentally deleted it. I'm going to throw you under the bus, dude. I'm going to throw you under the bus.
You are, aren't you? You're killing me.
Because I'm like a gnat's cock away from doing it myself. Because as soon as the podcast uploads to the podcast streaming service, I just delete everything because I'm OCD as hell and I don't want the files hanging around. So there's going to be one time where I do that and it's like, oh shit.
What I did is I thought I'd uploaded it from the Garmin to the computer. So deleted it, GoPro.
Yeah.
I deleted it. I thought, hang on, let me start that again. I thought I put it from the GoPro to the computer. So I deleted it all off the GoPro, but I got the GoPros modelled up and hadn't. So, yeah.
It's a bugger, man. It's a bugger. It's a bugger.
I know, but I'm in the process. There's going to be a good one for Lazores, which we'll get onto shortly.
Yes, we will. But before we do that... Oh, no.
Listener question time.
Let's just throw a listener question in.
Yeah, do it.
Why not? At Vague Hugh came in on the Instagram DM. Richie, how about a whine about social media? We've not had one in a while.
Just generally moan about it?
Yeah.
It's annoying and time consuming, but serves a purpose.
Nice, though, that you had... I mean, we spoke about this, actually, that from Lazores... you had a bit of a break because there was not any Wi-Fi. So I didn't hear from you for a week. And I was
like, I'll keep you posted, Davey. I'll keep you posted, I promise. I'll keep you updated on what's going on.
The last thing you said to me like a week before was, I'll keep you posted. I'm like, yeah, cool, man. Nothing. And then I was at that trade show. And believe it or not, right? This is the trade show I did last week was an outdoor trade show, which doesn't mean it was physically outdoors. It was about the outdoor market. So it was, hiking shops, running shops, that sort of stuff. And this guy comes over and he's like, I recognise your T-shirt. Is that a Hook It logo? And I was like, yeah. He goes, I love your podcast. When's the next EWS or Bust out? I shit you not. I was like,
No way.
What
You
the
haven't
hell?
told me this.
Yeah, I shit you not. You asked Darren, and I was like, no, that's so trippy. And we were, we did this outdoor trade show, and I reckon between 10 to 15 people were a fan of the podcast, and 2 people mentioned EWS or Bust. That's crazy, isn't it?
Big time.
That's
We've gone
crazy,
big time
dude.
without realising.
I was like, and he reminded me. I was like, oh yeah, I've been so busy myself. I've not even spoken to you. That was that was probably on the Wednesday, I think, wasn't it, when we chatted?
Yeah.
So it had been 3 days after the race, and I'd not even remembered that you'd been out there. It's like, oh,
I know. But yes, because we were in the. So, should we start from the start of that race?
Yeah. Let's start from the start of that race, bro.
All right, then. So me and Amy drove out. We drove down in Bertha we got the boat to France Tuesday, and then drove a few hours Tuesday night and drove like all day Wednesday, and got there late Wednesday.
Right.
And we get there, and like Lazores, Southern Alps, as far as I'm aware, real nice, beautiful place.
Yeah.
Proper like Alps, what you would expect, Morzine, Leger, all the normal places. But I suppose the privateer facilities this time, there's no, I don't know if it's because it was a ski resort, but there's like no camper van spot, like
right.
caravan park type thing, legit thing. So it's just a gravel car park.
Okay.
So we had no electric hookup, like no running water nearby, no shower blocks, nothing like that. Luckily, Bertha's pretty self-contained. But
you got a shower in Bertha?
Yeah, hot water system.
Oh, right,
yeah,
nice. Yeah, of course you have.
Shower and toilet and stuff.
Okay.
So obviously we filled up like the water tank and things before we left. Got her all like tip top for being as self-sufficient as possible. But yeah, got there. And, obviously, like say if you're on a site as well, there's like Wi-Fi and stuff normally. But yeah, just had none of that. So it was just a complete like
black
week
hole.
Off in a way.
So the last round was called the black hole, whereas this actually was a black hole.
Just in the black hole, yeah. It was quite nice. But like, I do like to put some things out there just to keep like, because there's a lot of people listen and watch EWS or Bust. So turns out I had an absolute stinker, which we'll get to, and I was just raging most of the time. So it's probably best I didn't vent any anger out there.
Okay, excellent.
My dad took most of it.
Did he really? Bless him. Oh, your dad came down there, didn't he, in the old Tupperware mansion?
Yeah, I know. They've upgraded, but we'll get there later in the chat.
Okay.
They've gone up in the world.
Okay.
But yeah, so got down there Wednesday night, sort of got ourselves settled in, found a good spot, and it hammered it down that night, man. Like absolutely, like golf balls on the roof of the van thing. Yeah, it was crazy weather. I was like, oh, here we go. We're in for a stinker here. No, it was all right. It was all right. Like it was a long drive, which we split on the way down, which is nice. I felt pretty good on the way down. She does loads of the driving. So
really? Bless her.
On the way down, like, I do my bit. But yeah, got there kind of twilight-ish. So it was nice to see it in the morning, waking up, and it was like blue skies, big mountains all around you, and just real nice, pretty place.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, so the format for this race was 2-day practice, 2-day racing, 4 stages each day.
Okay.
Lot of lift assistedness.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's always do you know what? I'm torn on when races are lift assisted, because I think enduro should be like proper big days out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't get to the top of the Alps just riding because you'll die.
Very true. Yeah, for sure.
So you got to have a little assistance riding up a mountain 4 times.
Yeah, fair. No, that's a fair
each
point.
Day
yeah, exactly.
For 4 days,
exactly. You're doing it over and over again, aren't you? Which is something we were talking about before, actually, with our like mutual friend James. Putting in epic miles of training.
Your friend, he's all
right. Yeah, mainly my friend. Your competitor.
Nemesis.
Yeah, but yeah, putting in crazy mileage just to try and get race fit for rounds like that, where you are pedaling up a mountain basically four times.
Yeah,
minimum.
Because places like Madeira or Spain and stuff like that, or I mean, if you go further afield, like Whistler and stuff, have some crazy amounts of climbing, and so yeah, you've got to be able to pedal a long, long way up for a long time. Even finale's a ton of riding.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
It was,
So it was a 2-day race, 2 days of practice.
2-day race. Yeah.
And what did you practice first? What were your thoughts coming into this? Because I know, bike change. Did you put much time in on the bike in between Minehead? I guess it will have been. So
yeah, it's the 6 weeks I had it for. I'd been riding it quite a lot, but the problem was leading up to, say, Madeira and stuff like that, I'd had all off season, like from November on the previous bike, getting it dialed in. And then I had what did I say? Like I did Afan race on it. I did a Spanish race on it. All the big, good races, getting it just then finely tuned. Whereas this new bike, I had completely different suspension. Like I said, there's the Cane Creek stuff and different brakes and things. So I didn't really have this. Jersey's obviously, like we said in the past, not anywhere comparable to what we race. It's just not. No. So I'd had no real ability or time to set it up.
Right.
For big
properly,
mountain,
properly.
Proper stuff. Yeah. So I kind of practiced. I had a shock whiz. A mate of mine lent me nicely, and I kind of used practice as a bit of setup time as well. So it was getting there. I wouldn't have said I've got it set up perfect, but it was getting there. So it was stages 1 to 4 on the Thursday, and then 5 to 8 on the Friday.
Okay. So 1 to 4, 5 to 8.
Kind of mirror racing. Yeah, the mirror racing.
Yeah.
And they were typical French type big mountain stages, wide open, flat out, and then into the trees. You'd be darting around and just loose rock and stuff. They were really good. I enjoyed the stages. They were really fun.
Did it remind you of any other tracks you've been to or anywhere else? Or is it kind of one on its own?
No, I mean, just French stuff in general, I suppose. Sort of French and a bit Italian, like the loose, wide open, rocky stuff.
Must be cool as well, going back and doing an EWS, a proper one, because the setup's just, like you were saying, a bit better. And
I the original plan at the start of the season's kind of gone skew-if a bit because, say, this last 6 weeks, because I've missed a round of the Euros, I've missed a round of the Worlds, so I'm kind of in limbo now on both series because I'm going to not do as well on the European series, which was the plan all along. Like I said, that's life. You can't do much about that.
No.
So I think, do you know what? To be fair, the Euros have still worked out marginally cheaper, but actually for the experience and stuff, the EWS is still way better. For the racing,
you've always sort of stuck to that viewpoint as well, haven't you? So were you always going to do this one, Lazorias?
No,
I was going to say, you just sort of threw that one in there, didn't you?
I was going to do Slovenia.
So is it no problem getting an entry and stuff? Could you?
I already had the entries. I just wasn't going to use them. I'd have just refunded them as I went.
So you just decided you'd do that one, right? Okay, yeah. I understand.
So because I missed literally, 2.5 weeks before Lazors, I couldn't do Slovenia, so just said right, I want to race. Otherwise, there's going to be a massive gap until the final Euros in September. So I was like, I want to race. So I've got the entry still. Let's do this one.
Go and do that one, and a nice little trip as well in Bertha with Amy and.
Yeah, exactly. Good. It's always good to get away, get off the island.
Get off the island.
I know. It sounds terrible, but it's true.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
It's a bit like Alcatraz over there, ain't it?
It's not. Yeah, 5-star Alcatraz.
Yeah, tax haven Alcatraz.
Oh
dear.
But that was why this then came about, and why I shall actually probably end up now, hopefully doing Switzerland, the final EWS as well.
Really? You still got that round as well.
I actually have an entry for Canada in 3-4 weeks, but I just don't have the cash to go, unfortunately.
That's fair. I know we've always talked about it as well, about putting it out there and letting people do a crowdfunding thing, but it's always a bit. I don't know about that. I think people would.
Blaggy, don't you?
I think people would get involved and want to do it. And maybe we put something on on the entry list or something. I don't know. I'm not sure, but there's legs to that. It's just doing it the right way.
I feel funny. I mean, we like taking people's money just to go race. Like,
Yeah.
I suppose if we could do something like go out there and do like some hook it like reporting for it as well or something to make it so they're like all the listeners, because I wouldn't want to take people's money obviously ever, but I want to be able to give something back to everyone who's listening right now.
But
so say like
you are doing, because a lot of people do listen to this episode and these episodes, and I just think it'd just be cool. And we spoke about it ages ago that when one of my favourite podcasts did, they sponsored a rider for the year, and I was like, that's so cool, and everyone's like involved and invested in it a little bit. But it's food for thought. I'd like to hear from anybody out there. If you think it's a good idea, I'd like to hear from you. If that do you know what I mean? I just throw it out there that if people would want to get behind you and.
Whistler's in like 3.5 weeks, just to
and so far, what have you got planned other than an entry?
Nothing.
Zilch. Okay, so we'd have to figure out flights and a com.
Yeah, everything else I could afford. Flights and accommodation are the killers.
Okay, so flights and a com, and it'd be great to hear from people out there. And we've not rehearsed, not that we've not rehearsed it. We've not even spoke about this. But if people do think it would be cool, it would be nice to hear from you. Whether we could pull something together, whereas people chip in just a little bit of money, and you go out there and you do, like you said, some sort of behind the scenes stuff for people, or
because it's Crankworx, man. It's the biggest event like going.
Yeah,
it's the biggest mountain bike event in the world. Crankworx Whistler, isn't it?
Yes.
And I don't know if I ever actually. Do you remember I put this out there? I actually, when I went out there 2 years ago, I chatted to Sam Hill and like Justin Leof, who's now retired, and did a few little snippets with them. So I wouldn't be shy on just going up to anyone and having a chat, really. But, like, I'm sure we could, if the listeners wanted something out of it, it'd be really cool to hear their ideas and say, look, they'd be like, oh, we'd love to see some, like, literal trackside speed and style stuff. And I'd just be there with my little GoPro.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it would be. I'd like to hear from... I'm Rich from EWSorBUST.
Yeah. Who's that?
It'd be cool. All right, if people if people would support it, I think you can get a good gauge usually off this thing if people do reach out and say, yeah, that's a nice idea or something. So if you think that's a good idea, just shoot a quick message over, pause the episode, shoot a quick message over.
Yeah, and just drop us a message, me or Davey or
and let's see if it can be done on like an EWSorBUST road trip thing.
Yeah, a little Q&A.
I was meant to be going out there as well, actually. That.
Yeah, you were, weren't you?
Yeah, but that's not going to happen now because I've got, similar to you, man. I've got way too much going on. I've got a business to run, and the podcast is still very much it's very much a hobby. But the thing that me and my buddy Jace pitched to them, they are interested in, but we've just not managed to solidify it for this year.
Well, like we said, Crankworx is so huge, and there's so much to it that it's just monstrous.
Yeah. All right.
More, like, I didn't realise the scale of it. Like when I was out there, like it's just.
I believe it's the biggest attraction in Whistler or something.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like accommodation goes up in price.
Yeah.
It all just goes up. Lift prices and stuff like this. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like it would be like flights and accommodation are really obviously they're like the two main things in it. So
okay. We'll leave it. We'll leave it at that, can't we? And be like, look, if people are keen, like. Get in touch. Let's see what we can't figure out.
You never know.
So how was the race, dude?
Yeah.
What did you even race? I have no idea.
I know.
Been in a black hole.
So distracted this one.
It's good.
I know. So yeah, like practice both days. I was just struggling my riding. I was enjoying the courses, but I wasn't like. I just wasn't like feeling it or quite connecting, like something wasn't quite clicking, and I was just not riding as good and as well as I knew I could or should be, and just like even in practice making sort of silly little mistakes. So I try and change something on the bike and make I'd be like, oh, moaning to myself. So I try and change something else and just these little things. And so I thought I'd sussed it sort of by mid-Friday, if you like, and I thought I'd got like my pressures and my tyres right and my suspension sort of sorted and bigger rotors on the bike. It's not, obviously I've got no gearing. It's a gearbox, so you don't faff around with anything there. You just brakes and suspension basically is it. Yeah, so I thought I'd got it sorted. I'd been well looked after. I'd just done all I could, and you know, the weather was good, and we were having a good time just chilling and stuff like this. So it was just, I got a good night's sleep in. It was all just down to race day, really. Like I said, so each day, neither was particularly hard. We added some long stages, like potential 15-minute plus stages.
Wow.
Yeah, long ones. You know, certainly like lots of stages around the 6 to 9 minutes kind of thing, and with a couple of extra long ones thrown in for good measure. So yeah, I was feeling okay. I was feeling all right. There actually wasn't too much riding. The main liaison was from stage 3 to 4 on Saturday, which was just a ride through a valley and then up a mountain the other side, race back down, and then they actually shuttled you back up the other side of the valley.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so pretty good.
Yeah. So do you find that better as well if you're not putting in those long climbs and stuff? Obviously you're going to feel a little bit better in your body, but also like your head game, where's that at? Because you're a bit more relaxed, a bit more, just more energized. I don't know. Yeah,
it's an odd one when you're just sitting on a ski lift going to a run, because you are like relaxed and you're ready, and you don't have to stress about any kind of time thing, because you set off from the stage, you just sit on a lift, and then you get to the top, and that's it. So you don't have to worry about making a time or anything. But you don't get a warm up, you don't kind of get a feel for anything. You just go from sitting down to warp speed, and that's it.
That's true.
Straight in.
There's no in between. You're not. Yeah, no. That's true. Yeah.
You do like your warm ups, your stretches, and your spin around at the top sort of thing whilst you're waiting. But it's not really comparable to just then.
And how much time do you usually get at the top, like after you've done a chairlift?
Oh, you'd have like 10 minutes, say.
Okay, so enough just to like limber up and.
Yeah, exactly. Huh. Because they don't need to give you tons of time to like recover or anything.
No.
So it's an odd one. Like, and Canada actually was the worst for that, because you did this stage called Top of the World, which was the very top of Whistler Mountain or whatever it is. You do like half an hour on these lifts and stuff, and then you'd be straight into a 20-minute stage.
Right.
So warm up, because you get off the top of the lift, then you'd roll down a bit to the start. You wouldn't even roll up or ride up, and then you'd just be like, boom, 20 minutes of Whistler straight away.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'll change your life.
That'll wake you up.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. So this was kind of similar, but nowhere near as brutal. But so like I said, so woke up Saturday. It was a late start because, again, so much is lift assisted, and the EWS main race starts after like the 100 and the juniors and the women and everything. I wasn't off till maybe 12:30 each day, sort of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so proper lie-ins, just chilling, have breakfast, stretch, watch telly, all that sort of stuff on the Saturday. We got up there, got going, got sort of ready, and I just rode like a douchebag.
Mate, we all have our off weekends.
Yeah,
whether it's on bike or off. So what was it though? What wasn't clicking? Just
wasn't. That was it. It just wasn't.
Just didn't click. Yeah. And that happens, dude. It happens to the best of us. And that's what, dude, how impressive is that, though, sometimes that a lot of these top guys don't have those. It's really rare, isn't it?
Yeah, the bastards.
But it's true, though. Like, how crazy is that you know, it's usually always clicking. And when it's not, they're not having, like, terrible, terrible days. But anyway.
I know. And it just, honestly, it just wasn't clicking properly. I just wasn't riding very fast. I was making dumb mistakes. I was crashing lots. And then it kind of snowballed, because I'd make a mistake and I'd get a bit worked up, actually. I got a bit angry. I don't really get like that very often, actually.
Yeah.
And I just got really frustrated that I was like, Rich, you know, like, what are you playing at? You're getting beat by guys who never beat you. You're way down the order. You're better than this. Like,
yeah.
And like Amy was trying to calm me down and be really good and be like, you know, you're still doing really well. And I obviously really appreciate that. But at the same time, I'm like, no, I'm doing rubbish. You know.
But it's annoying when you slip into that headspace, right? That to try and get yourself
really
back
hard
out
to
of
get
it,
out.
it's like something really crazy has got to happen to get you out of it.
Yeah.
I feel it's. But again, it's a learning game, dude. Still, and that's the thing with the
Yeah.
sport. You're still learning, and you still got to learn how to be able to switch it from being really bad and switch it back on.
Yeah, and it just so it kind of snowballed that day, Saturday.
What day was the video that you posted on Thingy where you're telling people to fuck off? What did you say? Shut up.
That was Sunday, so we'll get yeah, that's tomorrow. It's Sunday. That's right. Sunday. Yeah, so I did some crashes and dumb mistakes, and do you know what? Even a silly thing like I had a pretty fast guy behind me, and he caught me a few times, which normally never happens as well, because so that's like another thing playing on my mind.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to go fast because I don't want to get caught. No one ever wants to get caught. That's rubbish.
Yeah, it is.
And this guy behind me was pretty good, but he shouldn't have caught me. No way. And he just did a couple times, and it was just snowballing, and I was just getting really frustrated. So sort of my dad and Petal, who we said about earlier, they're doing another year of travelling, but doing like Airbnbs and hotels now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Sold the caravan and we'll Airbnb and hotel it now.
Wow. Good effort.
But bless, they came up Saturday late afternoon to watch the Sunday.
Okay.
So it was, that kind of actually, we all went out for dinner on the Saturday night, and that kind of...
Where'd you go?
Just a mountain restaurant.
How was it?
Lovely, actually, thank you. Yeah, I had...
What did you get?
I had like a cheese fondue and meats and stuff.
Oh, nice.
And potatoes and things. It was really nice actually.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. Like a raclette, but not quite.
I was going to say like a raclette. I just couldn't find the words for it. Like a raclette.
Similar to a raclette, but like a one-man version.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah.
It was good, like to have a meal all together and just sort of woosah and just chill.
Sounded like you probably needed it as well.
I did. Yeah, I was just. It really bugged me.
Where were you standing on the end of the Saturday? Do you remember?
117th.
Okay.
So, I'm normally up in the 80s, so to be like almost 40 places lower is just bugged me. And like I said, all these little things just bugged me because I couldn't figure out what to do to make it better.
Okay.
Which kind of, again, in itself even annoyed me because like these, I obviously I don't travel all that way to do shite.
No. That's a fair point as well. It is it's a long ass way. It's a lot of money invested.
I don't spend all that.
You're not there just to make up the numbers, are you? Really?
No way, definitely not. So it just bugged me. So again, we all went out for dinner. It was really nice and chilled, and just kind of helped me calm back down again and sort of reset and go after and treat Sunday as a whole separate day.
Right.
So again, Sunday. So, like I said, had a nice meal, all just chilled, did our thing and took it easy. So Sunday rolls round, again, a really late start, because even later again, like almost 1 o'clock, I think, because stage 5, unfortunately, got cancelled. Okay. Which was the longest, wildest stage of the weekend.
For what reason? Do you know?
There was a big-ass thunderstorm that morning, thunder and lightning.
Right.
I think it was a combination of, obviously, sitting on a chairlift in a lightning storm is not safe.
No, not at all.
And the track, like the top third of the track, was just big old wide open grassy turns. Right. And I think it had just been lethal. It would have just dangerous, I think. So they cancelled it, but that meant that the rest it was basically 3 stages, all lift assisted. It was an hour and a half that day, all in.
Really?
Yeah. I just did 3 downhill runs.
Bro, where do you sign up for this race? This is me all over.
I know. It was just park laps, basically.
Mate, I'd have killed it at that race. I'd put 10 grand. I'd have been on that top 15.
It didn't feel like a race.
Yeah, you just basically went and did a downhill race and came home.
Yeah, I was having breakfast, and then it'd been so long. I was actually having lunch with like everyone. Wow. And then they're like, "Oh, better just pop off and do a quick race." Just mosey on up the hill and do a quick EWS round, and then come back and have late lunch.
Desserts waiting for you on the table.
Yeah, like...
Order me a dessert, love. Just going to go and throw a few runs in.
I went off and like Dad, Petal and Amy and that could have just been having a coffee and stuff and still been there by the time I'd got back and done 3 race runs.
Amazing. Oh man, there's value in that though at the same time. You know, it's kind of nice to mix it up, and that's, you know, that determines the fastest and the best guy at the end of the year. You know, it's all these different things. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, it was odd. It was kind of an odd feeling. But yeah, so I was feeling quite relaxed and good again, and like I said, you know, then Dad and Petal, like as well as Amy, they're cheering me on, which was nice. And I was feeling pretty good, but on one of my crashes on Saturday, I like pushed the front, or like the front end gave way on this flat, dusty turn, and my hand kind of bent through the grip. You imagine you're covering the brakes with your index finger.
Yeah.
My hand went like rolled forward on the grip, and where my index finger was covering the brake, like bent right back.
Ooh.
It just swelled up. I made it through Saturday fine, just with adrenaline and just being in race mode. But then Sunday it really swollen. I had to ice it and all sorts. It was really sore. And I think that was like the final nail in the coffin, really.
Really?
Because that.
So tell us about that video, dude.
So that was stage 5, first stage of Sunday.
But it's cancelled, stage 5.
Sorry, 6, stage 6. Stage 6. First stage of the day. Sorry, I called it 5 thinking it was the first. Stage 6. Probably about a 8-minute odd run, I think.
Right.
7.5, 8 minutes or something.
Yeah.
And I'm going down, and I was feeling all right-ish, but I was getting tired and making mistakes again. And it was, you know, my index finger is quite important for pulling the brake, obviously. It's needed.
You do a lot of braking, so you need it.
Unfortunately, yes. So I'm there pulling the brake, and I'm just struggling, man. Like towards the end of an 8-minute stage, you know, like
arm
you're
pumped.
tired. Yeah. And I get to what I didn't realise at the time. I get to the second to last turn, and the front end just pushes again through all this dust, where I couldn't slow down enough because I couldn't pull the brake. Front end pushes, and I just hit into this tree, pirouette off it, and land on the floor. And it did hurt. I was a little bit like dazed and stuff. And I can hear Petal and Amy and Dad all shouting, "Come on, Rich!"
Dude, I had no idea who it was shouting at you. I didn't know it was them.
Yeah, and Dad, like, I didn't realise, like, Dad's walking over to me saying, "Come on, Rich, you know, get up, you're nearly there." And I snap, and I just go, "Shut up!" And I didn't realise that it was my poor dad literally meters away from me. I just thought it was like crowd and stuff, like just shouting away. And like, I haven't put this another video I've got where he's walking over, and you see it, and as soon as I shout at him, he just turns around like a little puppy who's been told off and just walks away, really like. And I felt really bad after. I know. And I get up, and I literally get up and roll around the turn, and I'm 40 meters from the finish. If I'd have known, I dropped like 30 seconds easy there, just sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Angry. So if I'd have known I was that close to the finish, I'd have got up and just legged it, and then got really angry across the line. Amy comes up to me across the line, gives me my water bottle back because it's flown away, and she goes, "Are you okay?" And I go, "Yes," and then just rode off.
Oh,
I know.
This has taken a drastic turn. I didn't know you were like that, dude.
I'm not. That's the thing. I don't like. It just did all built up, I think.
That is so funny. I'm glad we can laugh at. Well, I can definitely laugh. Dude, that's tickled me something chronic. That it was your family. I had no idea it was family.
Yeah, it wasn't just like a random friend. It was like my poor dad who'd driven there to come and cheer me on. I'm like, "Shut up!" And then it just goes quiet. And I just rolled the line. Yeah.
But there's mate. I'm guessing you've apologised since, obviously.
Of course, yeah, and you know, Dad's been around long.
We're not talking anymore. Dad drove home.
I've not spoken to him since. No, bless him. He's been around the races and long enough to know that it was just like a heat of the moment thing. So he was fine. But then honestly, I just sort of rolled off and was like, "Yes, I'm fine, whatever." Went off, did stage 7, crashed on that one in a very similar way where I was just tired by the end and couldn't brake.
Yeah.
And by that point, I'm like, "Fuck this! This is shit, I just want to be at the end. I just can't wait to get stage 8 done. It was a 3-minute stage, so I just got it done. Got down there and was like,
you got it done fast. So you won stage 8 then.
I wish,
dude. That's the attitude you need. That's what you're missing. When you're at the top, you need to think, "Fucking hell, I need to get down this fast."
No.
Mate, we've solved it.
That's it. I just need more. I need more anger. I'm not angry enough.
Yeah. Just get your dad to do some shouting. Put it in like headphones. Come on, Rich. Come on, Rich, mate. However they talk down there.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Come on, Rich, mate. Get up.
Yeah, I crashed on 7.
Get down the bottom, mate. You gotta get some farming done.
Oh my god.
Sorry,
I apologise to everyone in the southwest.
Oh dear. Come on, Rich. You gotta get down.
He doesn't even know where Crew is from his house.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I crashed 7 pretty bad again. Similar sort of crash. And then, yeah, like I said, because we didn't have to transition, so 7 was from the very top of the mountain. You did a stage kind of halfway to the mountain, then rode across 3 minutes,
right,
and then did a stage to the very end. And I was like, thank God this stage 8 is here and fairly simple. I just want to get it done. I just want this race over with, sort of thing, which is a shame because, like I said, I don't go all that way to do rubbish, and everyone who helps and supports me, they deserve better than that. And it was just an off weekend, I think, unfortunately.
Yeah. We have them, bro. Everyone has them.
So I dropped as well. So I dropped down to 120th in the end.
Oh, what? For your overall finish?
For the overall, yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, that's poor. So...
Yeah. Yeah, it is, mate. Let's not break no bones about it.
I think that... Do you know what? Actually, that's got to be one of my worst ever results, I reckon, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. Probably is.
That is probably my worst EWS result, which goes to show...
Arguably the funniest story that's come from one of them. That's probably funnier than going all the way to New Zealand and breaking a neck mount.
Yeah. I went for a road ride with a load of the lads on Saturday,
right?
And I rolled up to them and they all just shouted, "Shut up" at me.
Oh, amazing!
You gotta see.
Is that the episode title?
Yeah, that's it, mate. I think we got it.
Shut up.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Amazing.
I know. But it was an off weekend.
Oh, that's tickled me though, man. That's made my evening. That was really funny. Really, really funny. Shut up. I didn't notice your mum and dad. Oh, yeah, your dad and Amy. Oh, mate. Classic. Yeah. So how was the drive home? Pretty quiet.
Well,
just Amy going, shut up.
Yeah. It wasn't my finest hour, unfortunately. But we hung around a bit and went on these weird luge things and stuff in the afternoon with Dad and Petal, and then just cracked on with the driving.
It's funny how loads of people, man, will be able to sort of feel what you went through because you go out there for fun and stuff, but you're also taking it seriously as well. So when shit like that happens, you will snap at people, and I bet there's so many arguments about that. Oh yeah. You know what? The funniest one, mate, I ever seen. Right. I was quite young. I was quite impressionable. I was probably 14, 15, and there was this guy that I used to know who I used to race moto with, right, called Philco. Absolute hero of a guy. Like, it was the funniest guy. And he had this girlfriend, name obviously I can't remember, but she used to come with him to all the races. And they had this huge bust-up during the day. Huge argument, almost to the point where everyone around in the paddock was sort of listening, and it was a bit awkward, do you know what I mean? And I've always remembered this. She shouted, "Love, fucking hell, it's either me or the bike." And he just went, "Well, get your stuff then and fuck off."
Oh.
Dude, amazing.
Wow.
Amazing. Yeah, anyway.
Blimey, that is ruthless.
I've always remembered that, and I don't think he ever heard from her ever again. I'm pretty sure she did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did just hop out of there, and that was it. He bounced. Yeah. I remember it where he was. I remember everything about that, and it's going back so many years. I don't even know how many years. 15 years, maybe more. Funny.
That's harsh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Blimey.
Yeah, you don't need to do that, but sometimes needs must.
The anger got there, yeah. So the drive back wasn't too bad, and Amy was good about it and stuff. Like cool. She's always really supportive and that. So I was just being a moody brat, I guess.
Do you do anything where you support Amy in her hobby? Other than she horse rides, right?
She's a horse rider. Yeah, she doesn't really compete, so I try and help out and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try and do my bit to help and walk out with her and things like that. But
Cool.
she doesn't compete on them, so
It'd be nice to flip the script for an episode,
holy moly,
wouldn't it?
crikey, that sounds dangerous.
Bloody
That does, yeah. It would be interesting. It'd make for an interesting episode, that's for sure.
hell it would. Make a vlog as well about it. It'd be amazing. It'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Should we do... yeah, go on, sorry.
No, that's it. So that's it. Yeah, just drove back, just a bit grouchy, and was like happy to be away from the race in a way. And I always love racing. I always love the mountains and the places we go and the people we see and seeing all my friends.
It's about the journey, dude, as well, right?
Yes, but
That wasn't meant to sound deep, I swear, but it was. I know how it came out. It is about a journey.
yeah. But yeah, just from a racing point of view, I was just happy for that one to be done.
What's next?
So next we have EWS Switzerland, hopefully.
Sick.
And the final round of the Conti series, I think we're still going to do, and a couple of British nationals.
Awesome. Yeah, man, I need to get you back over here and go for an actual ride this time.
We do. Well, I'm over this weekend for like a family barbecue and stuff like that. But obviously, you're up in Sheffield.
Yeah.
I think next time I'll be your way is probably a national or something towards the end of the year, like maybe. I think it may be end of August or September.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So, but we'll sort something out. We'll obviously chat loads more between then.
Okay. Yeah, of course we will,
Like
man.
I said,
Yeah, of course.
I'd really want to do. I'd really want to do Whistler. So I am actually like looking to, sort cash out for that. But I think it's unlikely. So it's probably going to be like EWS Switzerland and France Continental Series.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Looking forward to it, mate.
Yeah. Thank you. Have
All
we
right.
got some listener questions?
Yeah, I guess we do, yeah.
Oh, should we do it?
Well, we can do.
I'm all right.
All right, let's do it then. First one. Or second one, technically. At
Okay.
Josh Shelton 101. Josh Shelton
101.
101. Have you ever, or will you do an epic like Trans-Provence? Would your training stay the same as it is for the EWS rounds?
That is a very good question, isn't it?
It is. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. 101 or whatever it was. I really would actually like to do more, like try some trans races. Like, I replayed that back in my head and it sounded really funny.
Me too, man. I hope most people listening are laughing at that as well. All right, let's get you lined up for the old trans race.
Mate, you got to be politically correct these days.
All right.
Everyone's allowed. Anyone can do them.
Okay. Gender fluid. It's the Gender Fluid Enduro World Series Trans-Continental Series. That's what we're going to go with. For the... Jeez, I've probably offended someone. I'm so sorry.
It's a headache. Just yeah, God.
Anyway.
Those multi-day events.
Nice.
I would like to try some of those multi-day events, but do you know what the problem is? They cost a fortune.
Yeah. What?
Nothing.
Near the train?
Yeah, is that what that was?
Yeah, you got a train behind us, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they cost an absolute fortune. Like the Trans-Provence one, that unfortunately doesn't even go anymore. That was the last year this year. That was nearly 2.5, 3K to do it, I think.
Yeah.
The Trans-Madeira, over 1.5K to do it. And that doesn't include flights or anything like that. So it's a
holiday, isn't it? It's probably for most people sacrificing that family holiday for the year and going on that. Maybe it is a lot of money.
Right.
That is a lot of money.
I think people treat those as like experiences.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Rather than races.
Yeah.
Whereas I still very much like to race.
Yeah.
So to spend 1,500 quid on an entry fee where you spend 5 days in a tent does not do it for me. But I like the format. And I like the idea behind it, but I think they just maybe... I mean, you're doing 5 days of racing, so I get there's a lot of organising and expense involved, but I just don't see where £1,500 goes. Unfortunately, but yes, I would like to. No, I probably shan't. If I were training wise, I don't think I would. You're just doing 5 days worth of enduro racing, so I wouldn't do. My bike prep and setup might change a bit, but my training probably wouldn't change.
Okay, good answer, mate.
Thank you.
Probably can't see you being an influencer for any big mountain enduro races now after that. But there you go. You should have said, yeah, stoked for it, man. It's super cheap. And then maybe we'd have got some people reaching out.
Not my style.
Next one, at Lovo81. How many kilometres do you do in an average week when training? Road/MTB/trainer.
The trainer, as in like a turbo trainer, only comes out in the winter. That thing's in the loft now for till at least November.
Yeah.
But let's have a quick gander on the line. I couldn't tell you. It's. I don't work in kilometres, unfortunately. I'm afraid. If that.
No, me either. Actually.
I work in mileages.
While you're looking that up, I'll just ask you a quick one because it'll be relatively simple.
Okay.
At 35 Bikes, do you like donuts?
Yes. I like them with the ones with custard in.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Vanilla custard donut.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Or just custard or whatever. At least 100 miles a week generally.
100 miles?
Yeah.
You're doing 100 miles a week?
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot.
Well,
No,
that's
like
what it
a
is.
lot.
Well, that's what it is.
Good effort.
But that's road bike. Just bear in mind, on a road bike, smash out 40 miles in a couple hours.
That's true, yeah. That's true. You do
Well,
like 5 laps of the Alcatraz, can't you?
Exactly. So say I do, like Saturday and Sunday I do big rides. So Saturday morning I might go out and do 50-odd miles with the road boys in a single sitting.
Yeah.
That leaves 6 days to do 50 miles. It's not that bad.
That's true. Yeah, fair. All right. Good effort, dude.
Thank you.
I'll let you guess who sent this question in. How good are your wheels? Insert plug here for sponsor.
Well, Davey, it's funny you should ask such a question. The Ridge Components wheels that I've been using are faultless.
Excellent.
No, that's terribly cheesy. To be fair, I've used them for a couple of years now, and I run them with, at this race I ran, obviously the Ridge carbon rims, 27.5s on my bike, with Schwalbe super gravity tyres and a push core in the rear and a Huck Norris in the front. Not a problem. I run about 22, 23 PSI in the front and 25 in the rear. And yeah, I had a few dings, obviously, because you're smashing them out in. But all the spokes are still tight. Everything's still sound. I know a lot of people are like, not anti-carbon, but like just maybe wouldn't go down the carbon racing route. But since
well, you remember that a few years ago you had a few issues, right? And you were like, I'm just going to go back to alley wheels. But then, Ridge have got involved and we're back on carbons. But yeah, like you said, so far, so good. Yeah,
and I did a few things trying out different like tyre and insert combos and stuff, and I've not had a problem.
Sick. Good effort. It is good. At Johnny MCC, any joy finding the stolen bike?
See previous conversation.
At Ricardo_smooth, what's your typical training schedule? Is aerobic fitness or bike skill most important?
I 50-50. I do basically. So I'll do, my training days are generally Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday are like good bike days, and then like Sunday I go out with the boys just on the mountain bike messing around, like skill stuff if you like. Same with Wednesday and probably Friday as well. We just go out and do some downhill or mess around. So it's like a Monday's a bit more chilled. So it's like a 50-50 split, I would say.
Cool.
Like I said, that Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday are road bike days on average. And like I said, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday are mountain biking.
They're not really a day off. You don't schedule a full day off.
Monday.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Monday's pretty
forgot
like
about
a chill
that day.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Okay, there's loads this time.
Yeah, well, getting popular now. It's all those shares about stolen bikes. Should do it more often.
Yeah.
At the Aberdare MTB, what's the feeling with the racers now that Richie Rude is back and the Maze situation? Good question, Aberdare.
Yeah, I don't know, like what say the top guys think. I wouldn't be able to tell you there. I think a bit harsh. This is my personal opinions now. So I would say that Maze's punishment was a little harsh, but understandable because you've still got to be quite firm on these.
Give an
these
inch,
things.
people will take a mile, bro. But yeah,
Exactly. You know, you'll have like all sorts of people like applying for 2Es and all sorts going on then.
Yeah.
I can see, you know, you never quite know the full details on what you read online in the media and stuff, do you? So, on the surface, it seems like he was punished maybe a little too harsh.
Okay.
But you know, he still got to keep his win in Madeira, I believe.
That's right. Yeah, kept his win in Madeira. Yeah.
He just lost his first 2-round wins, I think it was.
I believe
as
so.
As far as Rude goes, the dude was banned. He's come back, probably been tested God knows how much now. So you would hope, obviously, he comes back negative and has still smashed everyone. So I don't think what he did was right at all, using drugs, however wrong it may have been. Right, it may have been. Who knows what happened there? But you can't fault the guy for coming back and killing everyone.
No.
You know, he will have been tested. Because obviously Italy a week and a half or so ago, he will have been tested. It was his first race back, so he will have been tested there for sure. He will have been tested the weekend just gone. He will have been tested for sure. He's probably been tested before Italy even happened as well to make sure he's okay to come back clean. So you know, if the guy.
But from what I understand, the results aren't instant, are they? It can take.
No,
a while.
oh no.
So
but,
you'd like,
you know,
yeah, man, it's such a crazy subject.
You don't like you said the results aren't instant, but it would ruin his career. Ruin. Like, say those tests come back negative after what he's just done, like winning and coming second, and the tests come back negative. That's it. He's cooked.
You mean positive?
Sorry, yeah, positive.
Yeah.
If they came back positive for drugs,
yeah,
after coming back from a ban and winning and coming second, then everyone's like, dude, you've just taken drugs again. Like, what are you playing at? But actually, if they come back negative, you know, you're like, mate, fair play. You served your ban. You put the time in still. You've come back negative and you've still killed it. So
yeah,
fair play. But the whole drugs topic.
Yes, it's very huge. And I don't really like going down the route because I'm not smart, not smart
very
enough.
Subjective.
It's very subjective, and I don't understand it enough to know what's going on. But if you look at any other, most other cycling sports, you know, it's rafe in it, and it's almost a done thing. And I think, you know, as much as I hate to admit it, I think you'd be silly to think there isn't something going on somewhere in that field.
Unfortunately, it kind of just
people
comes
trying to get up to that
way.
Top, you know, X amount where you start making your money and stuff like that. You know, there's going to be a lot more of a draw for people in that aspect of the field to give it a shot.
when the whole drugs thing sort of surfaced, was it mid last year at the French round? Was that picture of 10 EWS guys, the top 10 or whatever? You know, we haven't heard from 7 of those, like, what's gone on.
Yeah.
I mean, you can only assume that they've obviously come back negative. That's why you've not heard from them.
Yes.
But, you know, like 10 guys there have been tested, and you don't know how those tests have gone. This year, since the UCI have now got involved and drug testing has become mandatory at every round, look at the drug shenanigans we've had already. You know, guy leading the championship, unfortunately, despite legit doctors' ways and stuff like that, has now been served a ban. He's lost out on the overall. The overall's now wide open. Rude's just come back, won a race, second at the next race, won the 2 Queen stages, which give him overall points. It makes for exciting racing and stuff. But it's
and Eddie, dude, Eddie Masters
yeah.
on fire.
Yeah,
killed it. Like straight up.
Did he come at, where did he come at Italy? The one before, I can't remember.
Oh, I'm not sure actually.
I'll have a look.
Have a look. But yeah, fair play to Eddie, dude. Like he's on fire right now. 11th at the downhill as well.
Yeah.
In
4th. So he got 4th at the weekend before at the Canazai in Italy. He gets a 4th. Then he backs up with a win. He's still protected in the downhill and gets an 11th in the downhill. And yeah, he's
fire. On fire. He's caught fire as old Eddie.
Yeah.
Killing it. Crazy.
So
wow.
yeah, that's my sort of answer on that one. That's like I said, a personal opinion.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That's cool. All right. Well,
any more?
I think no, that's all. I think we've come to the end of this episode.
Yeah.
It's been a long one, man.
This has been an epic.
It's been nice though. It's been nice. We're an hour and 40 minutes in.
I feel like we've caught up as much as catching everyone else up.
Yeah, for sure. It's good. It's what we want.
But thank you for persevering. If you're still listening to us ramble on.
Yeah, if you are still listening and you want to come for a bike ride in Sheffield too, 27th of July. Well, it's a couple of weeks away. On the Saturday, we're going to have a social ride in the morning, somewhere in the Peak District. Nothing crazy. Just going to ride some fun stuff, shrap some corners or whatever we need to do. It'll be fun. We're just going to go out just for a casual bike ride.
Up if you can.
And then in the evening, we've got the premiere of the new Anthill film called... What is it called? I don't know. I forgot what it's bloody called.
It's that good.
Yeah. What's it called now? Hang on. I'm going to look. We've got the Sheffield premiere anyway in a really sick location. It is called Return to Earth. There you go. Right, it's called Return. It's just on the tip of my tongue. So Anthill film, new film. We've got the premiere in Sheffield. It's called Return to Earth in a sick location with a bar. We're going to have a DJ on after as well. So a bit of a day out if you've never been to Sheffield. Come for a day out Saturday. 27th of July. Be there or be square. Bring your friends. Bring your fam. Bring your mum.
Bring your dog.
Bring your dog. Yeah, bring your dog. Fuck it, why not? Bring your dog. And obviously don't forget hookitproducts.co.uk. Enter promo code EWS or BUST, all one word, and that'll get you either 5, 10 or 15% off anything and everything. And you do it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Enter EWSorBUST as well at remapclothing.com and you'll get yourself a tidy little 10% off of the most stylish swag out there. So do it.
Boom. It's been a blast, dude. Be safe. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Everybody out there for listening. Appreciated. Peace.
Yeah. Bye.
Nice one, brother.
Okay.
Mate,
we've been a marathon here.